Welcome back, guys. Really excited to have you here. My last video was on 10 board games that are great for the classroom as well as the living room. I hope you checked it out. There's a link somewhere above my head. I never get the reverse camera thing, so is it here? Actually, why don't you tell me in the comments below, is it 1 or is it 2? 1 being my left side, 2 being my right side. In that video, I went through all sorts of games that would be great, and I mentioned that I really wanted to play a game with all of you. And there's one that would just fit that bill perfectly. I don't know if you made it all the way through that video. It was a long video, I apologize. Gonna try to make this one shorter today. The game was Railroad Inc. You don't have to get both sets. In fact, you don't have to get any sets because we're gonna play this together online, and we're gonna start the first ever, there's a new hashtag XPLAP game night, all sort of one word. And when you use that hashtag, I'd like you to also include separately hashtag XPLAP to hopefully get other people involved in this game, because all are welcome. This style of game is a roll and write. What are roll and writes? Good question. A roll and write is kind of like Yahtzee, but so much better. At least I think so. So how the roll and write's gonna work is there are 4 dice that I'll roll here, and I'll tweet out a picture of the die roll that I had and tell you which day it is. So depending on when you're getting to this video and wanna play along, there'll be 7 days that I'll tweet out the different rolls. And each day you're gonna sort of fill in your sheet. Now you might ask, where do you get that sheet? Now, we talked about up above, number 1, number 2. This is so much simpler. Down below, there's a link to this sheet. This sheet is going to give you kind of the brief rules, tell you the possibilities that are on the die, and here's the space, I don't know if you can still see me, that you're gonna be filling in those dice and building your sort of transportation network. We're gonna take a peek here. All right, everybody, here is the template that you can download, and we're gonna start with our brief rules here. Brief rules, the game is played in 7 rounds. Each round you have to use all 4 dice. Here are the 4 dice that we have. I've provided the possibilities on those faces. So there's 1 die that has 2 of each of these on it. And then there are the 3 other dice have 1 of these on each side of it. So you can kind of sort of guess or think or hope and be wishful of what dice I'm gonna roll as you're building your network over here. Now, when you place a die, you place each die at an exit, which are these arrows, or you continue one of your other routes. You write the round number, so if this is the first day that I roll these dice, you're gonna write the round number when you place up in these little corners here. That's just gonna keep track of the progress, what you did day 1, day 2, day 3. It's gonna be kind of nice when we look back over it. Then we have number 5, write 3 times you can place a bonus die. See rules above. Up here are these bonus die. These are not depicted on here. They're really gonna help you when you're in a crunch. And then, but the rules on those is you can only place them 3 times in the game, once per round, and all of these can only be used once. And again, you're only gonna use 3 of them max. So keep that in mind. The rules, again, stated up here in case you need that. Then the last thing is scoring takes place at the end of the 7th round. And you remember that you get minus points for every dead end you have. So let's sort of jump to scoring here. Scoring is on the side. End game scoring kind of points out, all right, first completed connections. So this is this arrow, these connections. And so how that's gonna work is if we kind of bounce over here to the example, if I had this is a railroad exit. So if I drew, of course my pen dies, a railroad coming off here, and I would have to have the dice for this, of course, but if round 1, let's say round 1, we just had a lot of these. You can see I've made a connection. So I would check this chart. If at the end of the game. And for connecting to 2 exits, notice connecting 1 exit. So if I just started but never went anywhere, that route never went anywhere, I wouldn't get anything. But for having 2, I get 4 points for that. And you can have multiple networks. They don't all have to connect. So down here, I could have another one. I could have a street. I could have another rail. They could connect, like let's say this one. All right, so here, I filled that in an example. So now this network was connected. So now it's 1 exit, 2 exit, 3 exit, 4 exit. And if we check our hand in any chart, 4 exits, that's worth 12 points. But again, I didn't have to connect them all. Now at the end of the game, you're gonna score points for that. Then the next thing is streets, and the next thing after that is rail. That's the longest. So we're looking for your longest. So for me, it's in one straight line. So for me, I'm probably gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna do this because that would end it. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not gonna go that way. 9, 10, 11. So I would get 11 points for that, just for the length of it. Now, obviously, if I ended my game like this, I have no streets, so that would score me 0, but that's unrealistic. You're gonna have streets. This is just my quick example. Then this one, the square here. The square is this square here. You get a point for every square that you use in here. So a possibility of 9 if you're able to do it. I didn't even touch the center in my example here. That's not so good. Then this, you get negative points here for that no connection. That's like these. That's these like tracks that go nowhere. That would be these dead ends. Those would be, so 2 minus points on my board right now. And then the star is if we were playing sort of the advanced rules, which we're not gonna play for the start here. And then this is just your totaled up. I'd love it if you could put your final score here kind of big so it's easy to check and see when we're all done. So let's just do a quick turn here and just disregard the writing I have here. I'm gonna roll these dice. These are what I have. I have to place these 4 dice on my board. We'll play over on the side I didn't use, but so picture this being blank. You can start on any exit you want. You can start on multiple exits. This is a special die. So anytime you have that kind of centerpiece here, it's called a station, and it's converting at the station from rail to road, or you again can spin these any which way you want. Could be road to rail. So here I have road. I could switch that to rail. So I'm not even really looking. This might be a terrible thing to do, but I'm gonna show you what that would look like. Draw into the center, make a box, do dotted lines, and then straight out of there, rail. So I got that. I'm gonna put round 1 here. Okay, I did that, but I have to place all my dice. So let's look. I could start somewhere else too if I want, but I'm gonna try to grow from this one. So I like this T intersection here because I got rail to the top and rail to the bottom. So I'm gonna do that and hope that in future rounds, again, we got 7 rounds. You can never just place out here. So while I want that to be a turn for later, I can't just have a random. So I'm gonna put my turn here and hope for a turn and a turn. Okay, that was round 1, round 1, round 1. Now I have this street to place. I don't have any streets where I am there. So I'm gonna play it up here, and I'm gonna play it that way. Okay, and you can rotate them. So put my dotted lines and my round 1 up in that corner, and I have played all my dice. I would have the option if I wanted to play one of these specialty dice, but that would be it. And we would do that 7 times, and then at the end, sort of total up. And sometimes you'll see the dice won't come and I won't be able to complete this. But that's about it, and let's wrap this video up. All right, you now have that quick crash course in how to play Railroad Inc. It is my sincere hope that we play this together online. I'll be tweeting out each day the roles. You can play with your students. You can slow play it throughout the week. You can share with your students the dice. We together can be playing. Invite your colleagues. This will be a great little team building. It'll take minutes per day to play with everyone. And it would just be so fun if we built a large community to sort of game together And I really want to see this happen. I really want this community to sort of spearhead this. We talk about building relationships with our students, with our colleagues, with each other. Here's a great way that we can do this even through distance. Use those hashtags XPLAP Game Night and XPLAP. And if you want, throw on your school district, throw on whatever other hashtags to get more people involved in this game together. And also, remember, tweet out pictures of your classroom, pictures of you guys doing it. This is going to be us sort of hanging out together online. I'm very excited to get this started with you guys. I can't wait. Until next time, thanks again, everyone. I just got to say that before I sign off. It is a huge help. I am so thrilled. I'm so proud of the fact that we're all here together. I can't believe I'm over 3,000 subscribers. That's thanks to you guys. Each and every week I get more comments and tweets and thumbs up. It all helps, so keep that up. That's all I have to say. If you haven't subscribed yet, think about joining this channel. It is a wonderful community. If you want to be part of our notification squad, you want to know when a new video comes out, hit that bell and smash that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. That's now all I have for you. Bye.